Hello, everybody. How you doing on this fine? What are we on? What day is it? We on Thursday? Yeah. How we doing on this Thursday morning? Hey guys, I'm just getting used to my new times. I'm gonna be coming on. I'm gonna be coming on definitely in the morning, sometime around 9, 10, somewhere around this time. Just getting a few hours of gaming in every day, or and hopefully getting some good streaming time. Hope everyone's doing good today. Today I kind of wanted to just sit back. We're waiting for Paranot to come on. I did come in on a little bit earlier, so he's probably still getting ready to hop in. But we'll get him when he gets on here. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was I wanted to talk about nodes and what your favorite node is, and at least what your favorite node you think is. So we're going to go ahead and start this poll here, and let's go ahead and put that up there. So when you get a chance, let me know what kind of a node your favorite is. It should show here. Let's see. I'm trying a new poll here, so let's check it out to see if it's on here. Let's see. Browser source. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but if you can, let me know, and if you can't, I'll figure it out. Yeah, here it is. It's right up there in the corner. So, what's your favorite node? I'm going to go ahead and put down academic for myself. Um, Jeez, my goodness, it's having me log in again. 1 second, guys. I don't know why it keeps doing this. It's telling me to log in even though I'm logged in, so I really don't know why. But let me just do this real quick. I hope everybody is having a really good day so far. Probably a lot of people are at work right now. That's probably, I think it's going to get a lot of people who I'm catering to as far as the stream, people who are watching me while at work and stuff like that. So maybe some of the EU people too, because they're up right now. Let's see. See if this gets us in here. Oh, they sent me an SMS code. Gotta love this. All right, did it work? Let's see. Don't show this again. All right, here we go. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and put academic. Yay, it worked now. Okay, finally. I don't know why it wasn't letting me log in, but anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and put academic on. And the reason that I'm going to put academic on is for my favorite type of node is one. We all know that fast travel is going to be limited in Ashes of Creation, and the academic node is going to give you that ability to move around the world quicker. And let me go ahead and ban this person who's trying to sell me viewers here. Let's see. 1 second here. Did block block? Okay, so he's gone now. All right. Anyway, I love people trying to sell me viewers. The reason that I like to do the academic node is because fast travel is going to be limited, and as you can see right here, we have the academic nodes, which is going to focus on pretty much crafting. So there's something really for everybody in Ashes of Creation. There is, in my mind, you have the divine nodes are going to be more catered towards the PVE players, right? Because they're going to be able to do you can be able to collect favor, right? Through questing. And favor is also going to be the mechanic that you go ahead and do the mayoral election with for the divine nodes. Now, military nodes, you have the PvP, which they're going to be able to do those for the mayor in some sort of combat type of node mayoralship. Their guards are going to be more advanced. They're going to be harder to attack. You have your economic nodes. We were going to cater to the store owners and people, tavern owners, people who are opening stalls and stuff like that, who love auction house. That's who they're going to cater to. Their mayoralship is going to be the process of bidding for who's got the most gold. And then, of course, you got the academic, which is going to be where you're going to be able to vote on who you're going to be able to get. So, and they are going to be catered again more to crafters. But every node has superpowers, and three of the superpowers we know. The divine node, again catering towards PvE, is going to open up at Metropolis a catacombs, which is a labyrinth, an underground labyrinth that they're going to be able to go ahead and farm up. And then we're going to go ahead and have the divine, or not the divine, the economic node is going to have a large marketplace, like an auction house. And then we're going to have a fast travel of the scientific node. We don't really know what the superpower yet of the military node. That really hasn't come out with any consequence yet, so we'll figure that out. But for me, the way I'm kind of thinking, and I'd really love to get your guys' thoughts in chat, are I think that we're definitely going to see it on, and pretty much, and it's going to be different on every map, but I really see on the maps that there's probably going to be at least 2 academic nodes on every server. I'm going to say that there's going to be a want to have 2 academic nodes on every server, because remember, these can traverse, and they're good for the citizens and their vassals. So that's a lot of people, and remember, each node, each zone of influence takes on 20% of the map. So you're going to be able to, if you have one scientific node in the east and one on the west, you're going to be able to travel all the way across to the other side, across water even, through airships. So I think that's going to be really valuable. We'll have to see how used they are, but I really, really think that they're going to be very, very used. So, that being said, the economic node, I think people will want to have one of those somewhere in the center, right? So they're going to be able to do their auction house. They're going to be able to own stalls, and remember, one of the benefits of that is you can open up a stall like anywhere in the world, with a like say next to a dungeon area or something like that, or a great grinding spot. So that's one of the important things about the economic node. So when you think about it, hey, how you doing, Econog? Thank you for the first time chat. Well, I wish I could tell you, honestly, when the release of the game is. The only thing that I can tell you is the release of Alpha 2 is going to be in October, and you'll find more about the exact release of that if you watch the AMA that's coming up on the 16th of this month. So just in a few days, they'll be releasing the exact day in October. And if you're not in Alpha 2, which will be persistent by most means, other than, short delays for patches and stuff like that, you will be able to buy into it again. They just announced that they're going to be reopening that, and you'll be able to find more details about that as well coming up soon. I appreciate the comment. As far as the real release of it, the actual launch, nobody knows. My best guess, Econ, is that we're probably going to go ahead and get probably about a year, minimum year for Alpha 2, so for that to go on. But thank you for the question, and if you are aware of the nodes, go ahead and put down what your favorite node is. But anyway, what I was getting to was, I really think that we're going to see probably 2 academic nodes and 1 economic node at a minimum. So the way I feel is it's going to be a toss-up between the divine and military. Now, the military ones are going to be a little bit harder to siege because their guards are going to be more advanced, and they're probably going to have more just harder to attack in general. They're going to have more fortifications, probably because they're a military node, a more PvP oriented guild or node. So this leads me to thinking that while a lot of people like the whole divine node and doing questing and stuff like that, and I think it's really good that it does cater to each node caters to its own particular group of people. But I worry that divine nodes, and you know what? I just realized I spelled divine node wrong in my poll. Um, so we'll go ahead and wait till we get more chatters, and we'll end that poll. But and I'll take care of that later. But I worry about that divine nodes are going to be the first ones targeted. And remember, as far as node sieges, what we know so far is it's it's not a node war. You don't want to get the node war and the node sieges confused. So the node war is going to have certain objectives. The node siege, which you're going to need a siege scroll to do, that's going to be total destruction of the node. Okay, that means players' houses, freeholds that are in the area of that under the node are going to be able to be looted and attacked. So you're going to want to fight for your node, and I just worry that the PVE node of the divine node might be considered, whether it is or not, considered an easy target. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with that. I think that, and it'd be easy for people to see that, because you have a lot of you have a lot of PvE players, right? Maybe they're not adept at PvP. So, but the beautiful thing about the node siege is, if that is true, if they are an easy target, the best thing about the node siege is there's no limit on the amount of players currently that they can go ahead and have in. So if there's a lot of players, the best thing in my opinion is to have a good reputation in node. So if you say you are a PvE or you're a divine node, which is kind of a PvE or node, if you have good relations with the rest of Vera, right? If Vera really enjoys your node and they're getting a lot out of it, I think people are going to be more welcoming to help fight for you and keep you around. So its reputation in any node is going to be really paramount, because you're going to want to definitely put your best foot forward and not piss off a lot of people. If you start pissing off a lot of people, things are not going to go real well for you, because you don't want the whole world of Vera tuning in on you and trying to take you out, because they will. I think that's how this game is going to be different in the big scheme of things, because they very well will mount up against you and come at you. So that's something to think about when you're talking about what kind of node you're doing. Some of the other things that we had today, we're going to talk about, are just some topics. I've had some comments on my YouTube channel that people are still worried about playing the game because it's too PvP heavy, and it's really construed as a PvP game. Well, I think there is quite a lot of PvP in it. The corruption system, I think, will handle the random ganking that I think a lot of people have concerns about. The other PvP that I don't know why people are so concerned about it, because it's a whole risk reward system, which is a core pillar of Steven. Hey, thank you very much, Zero Star, for subscribing. I appreciate it. It's a whole reward system that they have, risk reward, and I totally lost my train of thought there with that subscribe. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, a whole risk reward system that they got going on, and I'm totally brain farting now. I don't know what happened. Wow, that you just totally derailed me, Zero. I'm totally lost. Oh my God, it's too early in the morning for me, I think. So, the PvP. So the corruption's going to go ahead and handle that. As far as the corruption's going to be heavily penalized. Okay, so people are going to find out, and you're going to see a lot of corruption early on, I think, in Alpha 2 because people are going to want to test it. They're going to want to see what the penalties are. So that's going to go ahead and take it out. But as far as the node sieges, yes, you're going to want things in territories to be able to be changed to change hands because there's going to be guild drama and stuff like that, area drama, global drama, and they're going to want to have some repercussions for players' actions. So players around Vera banding together and taking out those nodes, I think, is a good thing. The fact that there's no limit currently on players that can participate in this will really, really be interesting. And you're going to have to really pick carefully what node that you decide to be a part of. That's going to be a real big deal, in my opinion. Make sure I'm checking my multi-stream here. So I don't think the PvP is really over the top. Now, because you have opt-in PV2 basically with the Caravan PvP, which is something that I'm very interested in. I think the Caravan PvP is going to be a lot of fun. Of course, you got the Castle Sieges, which are much more fluid as far as you can only pretty much attack them once a month, but you have the individual nodes of the castles that you can attack every week. You have the taxation of the caravans that you can raid for the castles. Those are going to be a lot of fun. So there's so much different kinds of PvP, but I don't want people who are not PvP oriented to feel like they can't be part of Ashes of Creation. And I think that's something that some people think that it's going to be so much PvP, there's not going to be a place for them. And this is where I try to convince you that that's not going to be the case. Let me check to see if my friend Paranot is on here. No, not yet, but hopefully he'll join us soon. That's something where I hope is not the case. But I don't think it will be. I think that, especially if you're a PvE player, if you like to do quests, the divine node definitely would be for you because if you really, really like to do quests, you can have a chance to be the mayor of the divine node, which is pretty cool. As far as the more quests you do, the more favor you get, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And if you like PvP, try your hand at seeing how good you are at PvP and see if you can win the mayorship that way. If you got deep pockets, economic nodes for you. And if you're well liked, well, then the academic node will be something you're interested in. Now, the academic node will probably be large guilds and large alliances will probably have a big influence on that. Hey, Gank Nasty, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's exactly what he said. Eggnog, there's no release date heading into Alpha Test soon. Yep, that's right. And I cannot wait for for Alpha 2 Gank Nasty. Do you have a date where you're thinking, Gank, that Alpha 2 will pop up, in October? I'm just getting, I already went with an early release date of July, and yeah, I think, which obviously didn't pan out. So I think I'm just going to take the safe bet and say October 31st. We're just going to go for Halloween and see how that works. So that's kind of where I'm at with that one. I don't want to take any more chances with that. But whenever it comes, it comes. Hey, how you doing, Crerian? How are you, buddy? I don't know, maybe Cree, you're kind of of the same thought too as I am. You're not flying today, Cree. You're home early. I didn't figure you to be on in the morning. October 16th, kind of Captain. Hey, first time chatter, Captain Redbeard. Thank you for the chat. I appreciate it. Midweek or mid October too. Okay, so both of you guys are kind of on the same thoughts that it's going to kind of be in the middle of there. That's good. So. Let me get rid of this poll there. I don't know why that poll's still there. Let's see. Oh, okay. Thursday's your day off. Oh, nice. Hey, Perry. Perry, I sent you a collab cam because I came on a little bit earlier than I told you. So I'm not sure if you got it or not, but let me know when you got it, and I'll get you into Discord. But from work and flying, nice. Okay, that's good. I didn't know that. Let's see. So yeah, we were just talking about what type of node that people, what type of node everybody wants to do. I know our guild currently is. Oh, there's Paranite. Let me see. Let me show you on stream. And why are we not there? I don't see you, Perry. Or maybe it's not on yet. I see you, but I don't see you. Let me get you in Discord here too, real quick. 1 second, guys. Da-da. Okay. There we go. All right. Hey Perry, how you doing, buddy? Can you hear me okay? Bueller Bueller. Perry must be having some technical difficulties. No problem. Let's see. There we go. I see him on stream now. There we go. Hey Perry, I can see you, but I don't hear you. Can you say something? Still don't hear you. Let's see. No, not hearing you. I'm not even seeing me talk, to be honest with you. You know what? Let me go ahead and restart my Discord real quick. 1 second. Let me shut it down here. 1 second, guys. Perry, go ahead and talk to him in chat real quick while I restart Discord here. Let's see. Always something going on with the stream technical difficulties. Let's see. Yeah, give some charades or sign language. I love it. Let's see. All right, let's hope this works. Testing, testing. That's not working either. Of course, yeah, I see. My sound settings for some reason are all messed up. Testing. All right, testing. All right, well, um, yeah, I'm not really sure why you can't hear me. My sounds are all messed up right now, um, which is really weird. Oh, your mic was off. Well, yeah, but I'm still. Well, that would be one problem, but I'm still not hearing you. Let me see. Yeah, say something now, Perry, because I'm still not hearing you. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh my God, now you confused me. All right. So it was all your fault, huh? All right, I got it. All right. Say something again. All right, good. I can hear you now. How you doing today, Perry? What's going on? Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I see you on there. Does everyone else see Paranot or no? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, really? They got nothing. And is this the first time I've had you on since? Is this the first time I've had you on since I've worked out the sound? Hmm. Okay, that's good to know. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Can they can say something now? Can they hear you? All right. Can they hear us now? Can they hear you now? Anything now, guys? You hear them? It's extremely low. Hmm. I'm just seeing if they can hear you right now, but I don't think that they can hear you right now. So let me try this. No, you're already maxed out. Hmm. Well, well, well. Yeah, I'm trying. It's the way it's the way it should be. Yeah, I'm trying. It's all messed up right now. Yeah, I had to mute it for a second because I think you were getting double sound. Yeah. It's if see something's wrong. It's not highlighting. I'm my settings are messed up because I'm not getting any kind of a highlight at all. Um, yeah, my settings are all messed up right now. So, oh, that's no, that would be one reason why. Right, see. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, good. That sounds a lot better. Now I can't hear you though. Can they hear you now? Let's see. I don't think that they can hear you. All right, let's try now. Can they hear you now? Testing, testing. No, it's actually good because I didn't know. I haven't tried the new settings with somebody else in here yet. So, yeah. Well, I'm just like to do the spontaneous bullshit. So, it didn't work out in my favor this time, but that's okay. So they can't hear you at all. So that doesn't do us any good. But anyway, I can translate what you say, I guess. Because this might take a little bit of time to. Yeah, maybe just write it in chat and they can see you. I think this might take a little bit of time to figure out, but and I don't want to keep up the whole stream with a boring trying to figure this out. So, what kind of node do you think? Hey, happy birthday! Um, Here, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, Perry, and many more. There you go. This just for you. And shit never works on my birthday. Oh yeah, exactly. Cree. You ain't lying. So what kind of node are you guys thinking about doing? And am I off base by thinking that the node that a divine node might be the first one to be off the table? Do you think that they're going to have a better chance in the big scheme of things to be attacked first and wiped off? Because there's only going to be 5 nodes with 20% zone of influence for each one, right? So I'm figuring there's going to be yeah, well, we know they're going to be less defensive. Well, one, because they're going to be full of PVE players. Two, like a military node is going to have more fortification, right, and better guards. But the reason I think there's going to be three, at least three of the other kind, because you're going to want fast travel, right, to one side of the ocean to the other from the two continents. So I really feel that you're going to see two academic nodes. I think that that's going to be a must. That's going to be a constant um, want for players is two academic nodes to be moving across and across. You're going to want to have one economic node for the marketplace, most likely. So that kind of leaves us with two other free spots, a military node and a divine node. So do you think that a divine node will be the first one to go off the target? Well, we all know they won't because military nodes are already inherently stronger. So as far as defense, yeah, Go ahead and type in chat real quick. I just want to see if I can get just type in chat what your thought was. I'm just looking at. Yeah, I see you're not coming through at all. There's like no Discord at all. Ah, stupid. But yeah, what do you? Nah, I got so much shit, and I don't want to go fucking with it. Or if I fuck with it, it's gonna just fuck everything up. So I'll worry about it later. Um, Gank Nasty says even if a divine metro even pops up, yeah. I mean that's a strong possibility. I mean, uh, we're gonna have to see which ones are popular. I just think that the majority of the people, and from a lot of the guilds that I've talked to, a lot of the guilds are, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it right now, Curry, and I'm honestly not going to go fiddle around because it's taken away from the thoughts that I'm trying to have. Um, what was I going to say? Yeah, see, look at it. It already took away from it. Um, Jesus Christ, I'm having a bad morning. Uh, what was I saying, Perry? I totally forgot. Nodes. Yeah, thanks. uh, nodes. As far as I really think that a lot of guilds right now are leaning towards the academic nodes because they're going to want the fast travel. They're going to want the better crafting for their people and stuff like that. So, and I think there's going to be a large group of players that want the economic nodes. That really leaves us down to two nodes. We don't know what the superpower of the military node is. So that's one of the things that we have to keep in consideration. And maybe they'll make it really good. We already know bounty hunters are going to be part of it, but that's not the superpower. So be interesting. Be interesting. Gank Nasty says location is huge for me, and I'm sure I won't be the only one. No, it's absolutely it's huge. Location, location, location. See, the location I prefer could be in any type. So I'd rather be in a spot in a certain type of node. And that's where I was kind of going as far as with the academic nodes, Gank Nasty. You're gonna have you have the two continents. You're gonna have one and just be able to travel across the water. Now, I don't. Now, when you get family summoned, you can't have anything in your inventory. I wonder if when you fast travel or take an airship, if you'll be able to have stuff in your inventory. I would imagine you probably would. So that could be one way to quickly get back and forth and get some of those rare materials, right? Um, and yeah, that could be very interesting. Yeah, I just yeah, there you go. I see you. It's easy because you're wanting to say it, you're wanting to talk, and I can hear you talk, but it's not getting transferred to the rest of the stream. God, this is pissing me off. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Yeah. Ah. Um. Yeah. So it's gonna be thoughts. And do you? And I want to switch back to one of the topics that I had before everybody got in here was. Some people are getting in my comments in YouTube that they think that it's too PvP, that the game is too PvP centric. Do you guys feel that the game is too PvP centric? I believe that there's a lot of PvP, but I believe it's going to be a lot of important PvP with node wars and group PvP, castle PvP. I don't think it's going to be so much solo PvP where people are just going to be ganked out of oblivion and just want to quit the game. Gank Nasty did say that he would like to think so since a superpower, but still big bag size limits, and what the benefit of superpower versus family ability, which anyone has access to. Yeah, and that's the benefit. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Exactly. That's the family benefit of as far or the superpower as far as the academic, as far as transportation. Sure. Parana says I don't think it will be too PvP centric, but it is PvP Pro dominated game. Large Career says large guilds will want the mobility of the academic node. Normal folk will go for the academic moolah. um, It's about even, to be honest. He says the best gear crafted, you need to uh, gather in PVE for those rare mats. Well, that's fair. I just don't think corruption's going to be a big thing. Do you guys really think corruption's going to be that big of a deal? Uh, I don't know. I think it's early in Alpha 2. I think we're going to see a lot of it because people are going to be testing the waters. They're going to want to find out, and rightfully so, on how they can break it. Um, so I think we're going to see a lot of that. But I don't think it's going to be a huge problem where people want to um, go ahead and wow. I'm just losing my train of thought. I need some kind of memory medicine or something today. My God, yeah, yeah, I've had the worst morning. Oh my God. I, this stream's getting deleted. This stream's getting deleted. Now most who go, I think there'll be, well. What do you mean by lenient? Perry's saying he's wondering about purple, how lenient it's going to be. What do you mean by lenient? Well, I don't think it turns you red just attacking you. You got to kill him in order to be red. So no, 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 no. You say Perry's saying it's sure to be a three-strike rule. No, 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 no three-strike rule. You kill a green, or if they're both purple, then it's no big deal. Then it's just a combatant. But again, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people that are. I don't plan to flag up for combatant. I mean, what's the point? What do you have to gain? What do you have to gain for flagging up as a combatant? You really nothing, other than no. Yeah, I was just gonna say, other than to just that makes sense. He's saying if there's a big caravan or something like that, something that he needs, he's not going to bother flagging up. I really think he's right. You lose less resources for flagging. No, that's true. But I mean, even if you don't flag Cree, I mean, what was the total amount of resource loss? It was like 130 or harvestables or something like that, which is not a big deal. I mean, it's really coming from somebody who plays a lot of survival games and stuff like that. That's such a slap on the wrist. And sure, you got the dead XP and stuff like that, but it's not that big of a deal. And Gank Nest says you got to kill them and don't fight back. If they fight back, though, it's only purple. Yeah, and remember, if a purple or a red tries to attack a green, none of their stuns are going to work. So you can't stun a player who's green. So that's already out of they already can't do it. So the green will be able to get away more times than not, depending on what class they are, especially if it's like a bard or a ranger. It's like, see you later. Perry says, if you know what's in the caravan, a specific material that I need, the benefit will attack. I will be flagged. See, Yankness says, I will be flagged just so people who want some fun in the world, you're down to fight. No, and I think there'll probably be a lot of people in that same mode, Gank, that just want to try some PvP, but you still get the dead XP for for losing as a combatant. So I don't know if people are leveling. I don't know if they're gonna want that part of it. I don't. They're not gonna want to have that deterrent. I don't know. Maybe people will. It sounds like you will, but for me, I think I'm just gonna focus on leveling, and I'm gonna look for red people and kill them. That's how I'm gonna get my PvP. Just because somebody inevitably will be red and will go kill them, and it won't cost me anything. I might get something for free. So, Perry says, say Kree has a bunch of special mining potions in his caravan and lightly guarded. Yeah, well, Kree's going to be the alchemist, so we're definitely going to have to attack Kree whenever we see him. Green loses 30% of yeah, which is a third, pretty much. Uh, wait? Say that again. No, no. I think it should be. I mean, I think it should be. Yeah, I think it should be character based. I really don't think that you're going to see a lot of people um, that are making gank ults. I really don't. I mean, maybe they will, but I don't know. I just you're going to want to stick with one character in Ashes of Creation. I really believe so. So I think any more than one character, you're because there's going to be so much to do as far as the secondary leveling systems and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. But right now, I'm leaning towards no. I don't think I mean that would be interesting if So if you're like a really well known, high popular guy. High reputation guy, and all of a sudden everyone sees your name red because you decided to gank on an alt, which would be interesting. But ganks, yeah, gank nest is normal dying XP. I grew up in EQ where XP, yeah, exactly. You know, and there are many games that are going to be much hard. They were way more hardcore than Ashes of Creation. Not only as far as dead XP, but as far as what you lose. I mean, yeah, Albion Online is a perfect example. I mean, you lost everything. So Mortal Online 2 was the same kind of deal, where you needed to, have, a bunch of people that could make a bunch of different shit to remake your gear all the time after you died. And with as laggy as that game was, it was a lot. So Cree says experience is 3 to 4% of your level. So purple, it's 1 to 2. Yeah, I mean, still, it's 1 to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's not that long at all. It's really not that much, as Perry's saying, and Gankness says agree. No time for it all. So much time. Yeah, there's so much to complete on one character. I've always been an alcoholic myself. I always kid and say, yeah, my name is Glenn, and I'm an alcoholic, and it's true. But I really am gonna try to stick with one character in this game. Now I take that back because I do have two accounts, and my other account I'll have on the other computer. I plan to really level that one up just through crafting because that's going to be my crafter. Because I want some ability to make some stuff. But I'm not going to actively be running around and playing that character. I'm just going to be crafting with it. And as it levels up, it levels up. I don't really care about the actual level. But my main, I believe, is going to be a gatherer. That's going to be my PvPer and a gatherer. And what do you guys, going off to that, what do you guys think right now at face value? Because I put a video about this, about the Bard. At face value, what would you say if you were going to make a class that's a gatherer? What class do you want as a gatherer? Right now, I'm thinking Bard is going to be a really good, Bard and or Ranger will be really good for gathering. What do you guys think? Any thoughts that you guys have? Are they? I mean, how weak are they going to be? I mean, I, I think, oh yeah, I think one on one, toe to toe, yeah, one on one, toe to toe, yeah, yeah, but you yeah, yeah. Well, see, and that's and that's what I want people to think is when I'm talking gathering, I'm talking running from point A to point B, going from tree to tree, rock to rock, green. So yeah, could you get killed by a rogue or a ranger if they go corrupt on you? Sure, or a node war or something like that. Sure, but if you're just gathering without too much of a problem, then I don't think there's. I think they're going to be really really fast as far as getting what they want, coming back, and as far as efficiency, be a highly efficient gatherer. Now, maybe if you're a tamer or a hunter or something like that, then ranger or rogue would probably be your best bet because you got to kill a lot of stuff, kill a lot of mobs, and well, stealth. Kree says a full stealth gathering is OP. Yeah. Well, we gotta figure though how I doubt they're gonna give stealth full movement speed, so it is gonna slow you down. I bet when you're in stealth, because usually most games their stealth mechanic will slow you down a little bit. You don't have that full range of speed. Gang Nasty says he's gonna main an assassin, but for gather rogue ranger bard for movement to gather faster, gonna be place to place. Yeah, I especially early on, and it's gonna be all about efficiency. Getting in and out, getting your stuff, filling your bags, and going back because the bags really aren't that big. So how many, say if you're a logger and you're gonna chop some trees, how many trees are we gonna be able to chop before we have to head back and drop them off? Uh, Gank Nasty says stealth past mobs, grab mats and movement. Yeah. Well, the bard has ability. The bard has an ability to. I forget what it's called. I'd have to look it up to basically de-aggro stuff when up to like 1,000% or something like that. So they have an ability as well to help. So if you're in a dungeon, you could use that ability and run your whole group through, and then the other groups got to kill those mobs. So that could be something to keep in. I think it drops strat a lot. Well, 1,000% a lot. So yeah. Not to mention with bards and mages, I think you're going to see a lot of with the AOE's that they have, the incapacitates and the slumber. I think you're going to see large gank groups, or maybe just 8-man gank groups taking on more people than they might normally be able to take on, simply because if you have mages and bards that can get off those slumbers and incapacitates in time, you could really you could incapacitate slumber people, find their healer, eliminate their healer, and then yeah, you'll be off to the races if you're able to do that. I think it's going to be a lot of strategic PvP, kind of like similar to, I know you guys hate me talking about that, but not to the same extent of Dark Age of Camelot Mesmerized, because that lasted so long, but still a version of it. Gank Nasty says, but with augments, I'm sure we'll be able to lower that move speed reduction depending on the secondary class choice. Possibly, yeah. And bards can just sleep the mob. Granted, mine. Yep, exactly. Yeah, and and just like Perry was saying, if a rogue or ranger attacked it, yeah, while the bard might not want to sit there and fight him, you could still, you know, basically incapacitate him for 10 seconds and run away. So that's totally something feasible. And all you got to do is just mount up. If he's sitting there for 10 seconds, you just mount up and get out of dodge. Career says it's it's 1,000. Not yeah. It's on this. If you look at the wiki skills, it's on there. Let's see. No, no, they didn't put it on the stream. Hang on. Let's see. Bard skills. It's like a blue icon or something like that. It's right here. Misdirection. Use your wiles. Use your wiles to reduce both your own and nearby party members' threat against nearby monsters by 1,000%. magical damage. It's magical damage. So yeah. So yeah, I like Gankness, kind of like a rogue stat, but it affects your party members too. So it's gonna be a big ability. You hit that with nimble dance, and you give your allies a pep plus their movement speed, and you're going 40%. You're gonna be through that area in no time. So, well, sure, threat is different than not pulling mobs, but if they don't have threat, then why would they go after you? Hey, first time chatter, Gen X Dog. Hey, how do you think? What do you think about giving bards more CC abilities? I think right now they have enough. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I want to say if you look at their wiki, I think they have at least two AOE abilities. So I think that is a good start, and they're pretty powerful AOE abilities. So. Yeah, Lex did a really. If you guys haven't checked out
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
Oh man, my alerts are still coming in kind of funky sounding. I still got to work on some of my sound. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, buddy. Gen X Dog. What was I going to say? Yeah, Lex did a really good job. If you look at Bard skills on the wiki, Ashes of Creation wiki, it really gives you a really good outline of all of them. I mean, do you remember this one skill that they talked about called Marionette? I don't know too much about that one, but it says, I don't know if they put that one up on the stream. Target enemy is afflicted with Marionette. I don't even remember what that is. Let's see if it says what it is. Marionette effect. There is currently no text on this. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't tell us anything. But that's an ability we don't even know about yet. So. Gank Nasty says, yeah, the bards in a small gather group will be great. Any group really, but staying on topic, lol. Yeah, no, yeah, and I'm all over the place with my topics. But so, do you guys all agree with me that as far as getting back to the nodes, that you think you could easily see the divine node kind of being the odd man out? Playing Duck Duck Goose and there not being a chair left, or what's that game with the chairs that you go around and there's one less chair than there are people. What's that called? And yeah, I could totally see they're being the odd man out. I think it'll be whether it's true or not. I think it'll be perception that the divine nodes will be the easier targets. I might be completely wrong, but musical chairs. Thank you, Cree. Yeah, I definitely old. Yeah, I am an old fart. And I hear my wife yelling in the background. She's not used to me streaming this early. She's gonna need my help in a second, but that's okay. I'll get to her in a minute. Yeah, I could definitely see. I'm getting ready to make a video on this, so I kind of wanted to get everyone's perspective on what they thought about the nodes, and what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the fact that they said there's not going to be a limit as far as the node sieges go, as far as attacking? I mean, if you are a reputable node, then I think you're going to have a lot of people willing to help you. On the flip side, if you're a node that's known for a lot of douchebaggery, then you're going to have the whole world of Vera knocking at your gates ready to take you out. I actually, I was worried, and I like this because I was worried about nodes being really, really hard to take out. But if they have that mechanic and they're able to support it with their dynamic meshing, that you could literally recruit half of the server to take out one node. That's very intriguing. That gives the success chance rate is a lot better chance of taking them out if you have way more numbers than the other node. Would you guys agree with that? Duck Duck Goose and musical chairs. I don't know, man. Would you guys agree with that premise that being able to recruit so many more players is really going to be a big deal? I agree with it. The attack should happen as long as there are enough people. Well, yeah, and then and that comes along with the mercenary guilds, Gank Nasty. You're gonna have the merc guilds. You're gonna have just being a being part of a reputable guild, making friends, and not being a douchebag. Yeah, is gonna go a long way. You're gonna have people a lot more willing to help you. Yeah, let's go burn that D-bag. Exactly. That stuff will get around. And Jinzog says, I like that too. Gives the ability to gather a mob and take down bigger force. Yeah. I mean, really, the only thing to see it, the only thing prohibiting something like that working is how the dynamic server meshing is working. So if that's working properly, then yeah, absolutely, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a mechanic that we've. Well, Rip Priya. Oh yeah, Cree's like, yeah, I got to be nice. Yeah. Maybe that's why I'll make an alt parry is so I can be a D-bag. So yeah, I don't like your theory about making my main character red if I do an alt. That's no good. Yeah, no. If dynamic meshing is what we think it's going to be, did your mic go muted again, Perry? Oh no, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, no problem. Um, yeah, no, it's really going to come down to like that was like one of the biggest cool things in Dark Age of Camelot was like those huge relic raids, those huge raids where you just had so many people, the whole server was there participating. That was the one bad thing about it was it was a slideshow. And the same thing kind of in Guild Wars, the Guild Wars 2, the big fights were really really fun, and in Warhammer, same thing. Warhammer Online, they're all really fun to be a part of, but it was just the server lag. If it was a slideshow and you were just dying, if you're sitting there in an attack animation ready to kill somebody, but you just froze up, and next thing you know, you're dead. That wasn't a lot of fun. So yeah, exactly. Loved the Relic Zergs. So I'm really hoping that the server meshing really nails it. Um, I'm really really hopeful, and it sounds like that they've got a good feel for what to do, and I think in the long run it's going to be really really good. And I'm looking forward to the new technology because God knows we need new technology in MMOs after 20 plus years of having the same old thing of having games promise us this huge, you know, open world PvP and never being able to deliver. Oh, I loved Warhammer Online. Ran a huge guild in Warhammer Online and really really loved it. Great game. Unfortunately, it was owned by EA and published by EA, and that was the biggest downfall of Warhammer Online. Unfortunately, I really like Mark Jacobs. He was kind of a dick in Warhammer. I was in the alpha in Warhammer Online. Hey Nemesis, how you doing, buddy? But I think he was that way simply because EA was giving him so much shit. They were trying to not agree with his ideas and trying to rush the game, and yeah, it really sucked. He's actually I've talked to him in the other game that he has. What is it? Camelot Unchained, and he's actually a really nice guy. So I take back, but he was kind of was a crusty dick in in the alpha of Warhammer Online, but probably because all the pressure he was having going on. But that being said, guys, I do appreciate everybody stopping in here real quick. I'm going to keep this a real short stream simply because I'm having some audio issues with Paranot coming in here, and I feel bad that he's in here just looking pretty. Of course, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are appreciating him looking pretty. But I'm going to see if I can take care of these audio issues. I appreciate the new follows, the new subs, and you guys stopping in to say hi. I will be streaming a lot in the early days because I'm starting back to work. So this is a time frame that it's going to be easy for me to do that. So let me check to see real quick if there's anybody on here to raid. Real quick, is Oddity on? We'll that's okay. We'll raid Jay Oddity, and he's a nice guy. He totally deserves it. And there we go. and we'll just raid him. And anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking with me through these troubles, my brain farting and stuff like that. And we'll go ahead and raid Jay, and we'll catch y'all soon. Stay tuned on the YouTube. I got a video coming out hopefully in the next day or so.